Hi, I'm John Vargas, and I'm a singer-songwriter. My love for the bossa nova started as a young child, where I recall Jobim's Girl from Ipanema was playing on all of the radio stations. It was everywhere. In my 20s, I found an independent radio station that was playing classic Brazilian bossa nova. It was pure delight discovering the songs of the most popular bossa nova artists from the 1950s and 60s. In 2013, my son David and I began composing our own bossa nova songs for release on our 510 Jazz albums and singles. I read a superb book from author Rui Castro, which tells the story of the bossa nova founders like Antonio Carlos Jobim, Vinicius de Moraes, Elis Regina, Roberto Menescal, and so many others. Their songs tell stories of the simple pleasures in life, like sun, sand, and sea. These songs possess such exquisite musicality with an air of elegance and simplicity. Amid these legendary musicians is João Gilberto. He started singing popular songs in the early 50s and then spent several years experimenting with his guitar, developing that classic bossa nova sound. In 2019, we decided to release an album entirely comprised of this sound. We dedicate this album to the pioneers of the world's most beautiful musical genre, the bossa nova.
Hello, I'm David Vargas, also known as D-Varg from all the 510 Jazz albums. I'm a rapper, a songwriter, and a music engineer. I've listened to bossa nova as far back as I can remember. Memories from my childhood come to mind as my father John would sing and listen to Antonio Carlos Jobim tunes. What's striking to me is how my journey has come full circle. It's really been a blessing from God to work on bossa nova originals with my father, John Vargas, my family members, and of course all the stellar musicians who breathe musical life into our lyrics and melodies. From acoustic nylon to the electric guitar, flute, strings, keys, vibes, drums, sax, and percussion, all nicely intertwined creatively working together. Not to mention the singers who constantly inspire and champion bossa nova with us, each musician adding their own flair and style. This is bossa nova, how it should be, and this is our album. This is your album, a musical representation. This is the bossa nova.
Hummingbird of springtime, home in our garden, loves the fragrant blossoms of the climbing jasmine, and a lemon tree, green fruit everywhere, flowers bring the nectar that he needs. When he comes in the early spring, so full of color, America. May those warm winds carry you to where everything is blooming. Will you find the sweetness that your life needs? Through the autumn and the winter, as the winds of change will bring the rains that give this place new life. Through it all, I await the springtime breeze. Here in our garden, where the hummingbird calls home. Hummingbird of springtime, now you are living, flying to the warmth of Central America. May those warm winds carry you to where everything is blooming. Will you find the sweetness that your life needs? Hummingbird of springtime.
Yeah, what it is, y'all. What it is, y'all. It's the universal question. We seek the answer. What it is.
Picture the world with me. This is what I see. Justice, equality, racial harmony. What can one person do? I'm one, you make two. I will stand with you. Together we are better. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood bleeds red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood bleeds red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you. Picture the world with me. This is what I see. No war, no poverty, ethnocultural harmony. I heard one person say, love will make the way for peace and equality. This encourages me. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood bleeds red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
Yeah, we're thinking globally, we're acting locally. Want somebody, tell me what it is. Yo, practice life that does not bend, but if you bend your mind, you just might find a friend.
Find a friend. is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Sweet love. Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
What's happening, y'all? It's Will the Thrill from Wilfred Ninja Frelix. Unity featuring the Queen.
U-N-I-T-Y, that's a unity.
they think about me, and I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think if you are leaving. I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you. Honey, don't go, don't leave the scene. Be out of the picture and off of the screen. Don't let them say that we told you so. They tell me you love me and then let me go. I've heard the warning voices of friends and my relations. They tell me all about your heartbreak reputation. I don't care what they think about me, and I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think if you are leaving. I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you. Change, they often do. Haven't they noticed the changes in you? Or can it be just like love, I am blind? Do I want you so much till it's all in my mind? One thing I know for sure is really, really real. I've never felt before the way you make me feel. Don't care what the world says, because I'm gonna love you anyway. Care what the world thinks. I want you for me. I don't care about anything else but
me that you care, but you always disappoint me, 'cause your love is never there. You don't understand it, you don't know what went wrong. I want you to comprehend this, baby, the love is gone. tried to give you everything I had, but nothing was ever good enough. It just wasn't good enough for you, baby, no. I'm running on empty, baby. I'm running on empty, baby. I couldn't love enough for you. Nothing was good enough, ever good enough for you, baby. What did you want from me? everywhere. Your handwriting on my chart. The video that we made, your memory seals my heart. Your name is plastered on the web. You're out there visible. Then I get a call from another girl. I must have been delusional. Now I'm just lost at sea, looking out to the horizon, desperately trying to read my compass. I'm alone in the desert, no rest for the weary, looking out for my oasis, just me. Fool, you thought you had me fooled, as a matter of fact you did. Shame, shame, you should be sorry, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not holding my breath, I'm just trying to read my compass, boy. I'm just trying to read my compass now. I'm trying to read my compass now. I'm trying to read my compass. Your house is right down the street, and the lights are turned off. The place that used to be our loveness, oh, wasn't my albatross. How could I have been so wrong? I underestimated you. Last time I ever saw your face, the way you looked all empty, as I knew. Now I'm just lost at sea, looking out to the horizon, desperately trying to read my compass. I'm alone in the desert, no rest for the weary, looking out for my oasis, just me. Ooh, you thought you had me fooled, as a matter of fact you did. Shame, shame, you should be sorry, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not holding my breath, I'm trying to read my compass. I'm trying to read my compass. I'm just trying to read my compass. I'm trying to read my compass. No more darkness, no more rain. I am going to find my way. I'm trying to read my compass. No more lost at sea for me. This is how it's gotta be. I'm trying to read my compass. Now I'm glad I see the light. Now I know what's wrong or right. I'm trying to read my compass. I am going to find my way. I'm not going to play your game. I'm trying to read my compass. Sooner or later, I knew you would come along. I finally found out my house was not a home. I never imagined I couldn't believe that this could happen to me. You gave me a reason, you changed my direction, baby. You're my everything. You don't know what you mean to me. I believe that we'll be together forever. And you don't know what started to question and started to wonder. Then God sent you to me. It finally happened. I patiently waited. You're so special to me. You gave me a reason I never imagined you would believe in me. You gave me affection, changed my direction. Oh, you're my everything. You don't know what you mean to me. I believe we'll be together. Oh, yeah. You don't know what you mean to me. You don't know what you mean. We'll be together forever. And when you surround me, the love you give assures me I can't live a day without you in my world. You move me, whoever thinks you choose me, I'll never let go of your love. You wrap your arms around me, 'cause you're my protection. Our love is meant to be. I promise to love you, I promise to hold you until eternity. You don't know what you mean to me. I believe that we'll be together forever. You don't know what you mean to me. I believe that we'll be together forever. You don't know what you mean to me. You're calling me on the phone 'cause you don't wanna be alone. You're telling me this and that. I think you need to check your facts. I'm sitting on the porch one day, and here you come walking my way. Got your lips flapping in the wind. You're talking till there is no end. You're thinking you're the best. You're always sticking out your chest. Who do you think you are? I think you're going way too far. I said I must confess, I'm sick and tired of all of your mess. I'm really burnt out on this, 'cause this is what I must insist. It's about me. It ain't about you. You're always going around town thinking everything's about you. It ain't. It's about me. It ain't about you. You're always going around town thinking everything's about you. It ain't about you. Here you come knocking on my door. I just can't take no more. You're starting to work my nerves, and you know I don't deserve. I can't believe you're back. I'm sick and tired of all of your smack. You got me singing the blues. I gotta get away from you. I suggest you take heed, 'cause your goat ain't got no cheese. Who do you think you are? I think you're going way too far. I said I must confess, I'm sick and tired of all of your mess. I'm really burned out on this, and this is what I must insist. It's about me. It ain't about you. You're always going around town thinking everything's about you. It ain't, it's about me. It ain't about you. You're always going around town thinking everything's about you. It ain't about, it's about me. Hey, it ain't about you. You're always going around town thinking everything's about you. It ain't, it's about me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Live spot right here on GHP Radio, and with live streaming on YouTube. And of course, we're very excited today because we have a special guest that, man, it's been a long time. Miss Toni Redd. Everybody help me welcome Toni Redd to the show.
Hey,
Toni. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you back on the show. It's been so many years, back before we were doing these visual things, we had you on a couple times, and so happy to have you today, Toni. Great. How you been, sister?
I've been doing good, trying to stay safe and healthy in this pandemic.
Yeah, it has been a crazy thing for everybody all across the world, and
yes,
it's awful, terrible. But glad to hear that you are safe and staying that way. Of course, we all trying to do our best to stay safe as well, and everything. I know it's been a toll on a lot of artists, just because I know, especially like you're always touring and doing a lot of shows and stuff, so I'm sure it affected your schedule as well.
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
Like it affected everybody. It's like we're all in this together. One of those things,
Yeah. But gosh, I know since the last time you've been on the show, you've done a lot of music. Of course, when you first came to the show, I think you introduced. I'm trying to remember the CD that you introduced, because we still play all that music. We still play it all.
Really?
Yes. Now, the first CD, the one that we were introduced by you, was the one that had the sailing song on it.
Okay, that's In the Key of Red, the one that Bob Baldwin produced.
Yeah,
right.
Yes. Yeah, that was the first one that introduced you to us, and such a beautiful CD.
Thank
you. Your voice is just beautiful, and ever since then we've been following you.
I appreciate that very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how you been? What's been going on with you before all this craziness started?
Well, I know, isn't it crazy? Trying to stay sane at this point. But I recorded a tribute to Phyllis Hyman. The song "Living in Confusion." Yeah. I released that May 5th. I released it May 5th. Now, I was trying to wait until her actual birthday, but I didn't want to wait that long. I'm glad that I didn't, because then the pandemic hit. And so I'm glad that I had something out. But I did that song, and also worked on the making of, which I'm getting ready to release. And I'm excited about that, the making of Living in Confusion. Behind the scenes and that sort of thing. And, just trying to keep it moving like everybody else, trying to figure out what am I going to do next? How am I going to survive in this thing? So,
yeah.
So, Toni, did this last one was an EP, but did you do the complete album?
No, I just did a single song.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't do a complete album this time.
Okay.
I mean, I have other music like in the can right now that I could record, but I say it's no point in just going to record a new album right now. I just decided to just wait on that to see what the industry is going to do, what the market is going to do. Right. Yeah, but I always have music, trust me.
Right.
Yeah, I always have music, so yeah.
Well, Toni, for people who are listening that are meeting you for the first time, Oh, see, we already know you. We've known you for years. So tell them about Toni Redd, where it all started, your music, and how many CDs you have out there.
Okay, so it kind of started. I started singing a long time ago when I was in grade school, but anyway, I started winning all kind of talent shows, national talent shows, whatever, and that made me see, oh my goodness, I think I may have a gift. I realized God had blessed me with a voice, and I just think when God gives you a gift, you have to use it. And so I've been doing my best to use it to the best of my ability. And so I have 4 CDs. The first one is called Straight from the Heart. That was my very first CD. And then my second CD, the one that Gary mentioned, In the Key of Red, was Sailing on it, that Bob Baldwin produced. That was In the Key of Red. That was my sophomore project. And then my third CD was called Catching the Red Eye. Yeah. And then the very last project in its entirety that I recorded was Her Redness. And I collaborated with Grammy Award saxophonist Kirk Whalum on that. So
right.
Awesome.
I'm very proud of that. He was awesome. The experience was awesome. And so then I also recorded a single. Actually, I have 3 singles now. So I did a single, and these singles aren't attached to any, a project. So I did Take Me to Paradise, featuring Walter Beasley, smooth jazz saxophonist Walter Beasley. Awesome. It was like more of a jazzy flavor, because when I did Catching the Red Eye, it was a collab of just, all of me, because I heard that, some people were saying, well, she had this on it, that type of music, this type of music, this. Well, because I just feel like when you're an artist, and Joyce, you can speak on this. Just because you can play the saxophone, you can play the flute, you can sing, you can do so many things. So nobody can just put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I love Catching the Red Eye because of the fact that it was like a combination of exactly who I am. I'm a little bit soul, R&B, jazz, rap. I mean, I just got, everything on that project. So that's just who I am. I can actually sing just about anything that you put before me. But, that's why people were putting me in the smooth jazz category, and there was nothing wrong with that. But when I branched out and say, really, I started out singing jazz, and then I started out singing top 40. That's how I was making my living when I was growing up, because I was in a top 40 band for years, traveling on the road. A lot of people don't even know that. I was singing cover songs before I recorded.
Wow.
So, and I was singing rock and roll too, because I was in a band with a little bit of everybody. I used to call us We Are the World, because of the different cultures that was in the group.
Love it.
I also sang rock and roll. So,
nice.
But anyway, so I kind of went back to more of my smooth jazz roots on the Her Redness with Kirk Whalum. But I have, for some reason, and I do understand it, and it's an honor, and I'm blown away by it. And at first I'm like, I'm not worthy, but everybody was like, you are, your voice is similar to the late Phyllis Hyman, and at first I didn't hear it. I could not hear. I've been singing all my life. I'm like, oh, really? Do you really? They were like, yeah. I said, okay. I never believed it. I didn't believe it till my sophomore project, when I said, oh my God, okay, I think I might hear the similarities, and I think it's because of the vocal tone and qualities. She was like an alto, like maybe an alto. I think I'm like a second alto. I'm a little bit deeper than hers. But I think it was that, and because I loved her music so much, and when she passed, I was absolutely devastated. For a very long time, I could not listen to her music, or I would start to cry, because people had always, said I reminded them of her. Some kind of way I took it personal. So, I did. I would start to cry. When I saw the Unsung, I boo-hooed. It was so pitiful to me. I just was crying. I just felt her pain. I just felt like I wish somebody could have helped her, But anyway, I decided to do that tribute song to her.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah.
Wow. More about you.
Huh? Chat room. Her name is Susan. She said I was in the band with you.
Susan! Oh my God. Okay. That's my girl. I freaking love this one. Okay, you tell her.
You're telling her yourself. She can hear you.
Okay, Susan. Okay, Susan, what I need you to do, I want to exchange phone numbers because you won't believe this. About 2 months ago, I was laying in my bed looking at YouTube and going through my emails, and I came across an old email from you, and I'm like, where is Susan?
Wow.
And I want to contact with you. So, let me see. Okay, y'all. Susan, give them your email address, and then I'm going to email you my phone number, and we're going to get back in contact because I miss you and I love you, and I have some fond memories. And I have a picture. That someone sent me on Facebook Messenger of the band.
All right.
So cool. So you're going to get a kick out of it. So yeah. Oh man, this is awesome. I'm so excited.
That is cool.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, that's it.
Now you see what this show do for you, Toni.
You know I love
it.
Reunites. And that's awesome. Connects. I didn't know how to get in contact with Susan, and I just thought about her. That is amazing.
That is. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Very excited. Have my old friend back.
Well, you know, speaking about reconnecting, how do you think that the social network has helped the independent artist, or not helped? Has it been good or bad?
Well, you know, I think it's been very good because of the fact that a lot of us have not had an opportunity to be on the big mainstream radios in our careers. I've been on some of them, short-lived, but I did get some airplay. But most independent artists don't have a opportunity to do that. And social media has given us the exposure, just like GHP radio. I really kind of met them through social media. And, you know, and they, played my music, have exposed it. They just connected me with one of my really good friends from back then. So social media is a very positive thing. We just have to keep that in mind when we're putting all our business out there. It can be a very positive thing, to expose people to our brand and build our brand. I think it's a great vehicle.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
I
agree with that too. It's just like you have these services you have to pay, and I was gullible. I paid for this service to put my profile, and I'm like, cancel, because I got more bookings and connections and networking from Facebook. And I explained to that platform, I said, why should we pay you when we can build a platform on a free social media and get more results? So.
Girl, don't feel bad about being gullible. You weren't gullible. You were just trying to do everything that you could to build your brand, and people took advantage.
They did. And I did let them know that. To be honest, I mean, there was nothing I could do about it at the time, but I did let them know that this is just not, and you can't let your guards down, Toni. I let every time I listen to somebody, oh, Joyce, you can trust him. This was like 6-7 years ago. Joyce, you can trust him. And you can even invest in his tour. You can do this and that. Needless to say, I got taken. But a few years later, this guy is in prison now. Because I tried to warn. He was promoting a global tour thing. I wrote the people. The only people that listen to me are my husband and I, is a label out of Africa. And she remembers me till this day, thanking me that I sent out a warning, because they could have been taken too. And so she's the one that sent me a message saying he's in prison now.
Wow.
And I think what happens is that we just sound like over emotional females, or you're just mad because, but I tried to warn everything, like, do not work with this guy. You have him on your he's dangerous. And I had done some digging and found out that he had taken another company like $500,000. He was just dangerous. Because I'm an indie artist. I don't want any other indie artists being taken.
You
know for a fact.
For millions to me. Okay, can y'all see on the bigger screen?
No.
You can't?
Turn yeah, there you go.
Oh man,
Man,
I
I
think
okay.
Something changed where we're not hearing echo in the background.
yeah. Hold on.
Next we can talk about how you love this technology.
Uh-oh.
Say, Gita, won't you,
Yeah.
won't you just go in and get into this music till we get this part about the song?
Yeah, we'll go into a music break and then we'll come back. We'll let her get that straightened out, okay? So everybody, just keep it locked right here and we'll be right back with Toni Redd.
Wish I knew where you were coming from. Gone, the love is gone. Telling me that you love me, telling me that you care, but you always disappoint me, 'cause your love is never there. You don't understand it, you don't know what went wrong. I want you to comprehend this, baby, the love is gone. I tried to give you everything I had, but nothing was ever good enough. It just wasn't good enough for you, baby, no. I'm running on empty, baby. I'm running on empty, baby. you. Nothing was good enough, ever good enough for you, baby. What did you want from me? The video that we made, your memory seals my heart. Your name is plastered on the web, you're out there visible. Then I get a call from another girl. I must have been delusional. Now I'm just lost at sea, looking out to the horizon, desperately trying to read my compass. I'm alone in the desert, no rest for the weary, looking out for my oasis, just me. A fool, you thought you had me fooled, as a matter of fact you did. Shame, shame, you should be sorry, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not holding my breath, I'm just trying to read my compass, boy. I'm just trying to read my compass now. I'm trying to read my compass now. I'm trying to read my compass. Your house is right down the street, and the lights are turned off. The place that used to be our loveness, oh, was in my albatross. How could I have been so wrong? I underestimated you. Last time I ever saw your face, the way you looked all empty, eyes I knew. Now I'm just lost at sea, looking out to the horizon, desperately trying to read my compass. I'm alone in the desert, no rest for the weary, looking out for my oasis, just me. Ooh, ooh, you thought you had me fooled, as a matter of fact you did. Shame, shame, you should be sorry, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not holding my breath, I'm trying to read my compass. I'm trying to read my compass. I'm just trying to read my compass. I'm trying to read my compass. No more darkness, no more rain, I am going to find my way. started to question and started to wonder. Then God sent you to me. It finally happened. I patiently waited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And I think we finally worked out our little technical issue, which is, that's something that happens a lot because, that's just how it is, with this stuff, especially when you're live. You never know what goes down. But as you can see, Toni's looking really good now. She's filling out the whole screen.
Ooh.
And everything. So, all right, give it up for Toni Redd.
Yes.
That beautiful music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that music was definitely beautiful. We didn't play the new single yet. We're gonna hold that until we get ready. But
okay,
we were just kind of reminiscing on back some of your other tracks. We have so much great music. So.
Thank you, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, you are so nice because you very patient through all of these technical difficulties for me. But see, your boy Ray over there talking about giving folk classes. She don't know what the heck she's doing. We got to put her behind.
Toni, that's okay because Gary's having him every so often.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I just might say anything. Just
I know, but you know what, Gary? Gary's always. I remember something a long time ago, with something I can't remember the situation, but Gary came in with the cape on, and he was so politically correct. He had compassion, and he was talking to me. I'm like, this guy is so cool. This is a nice man. Gary, you remember that?
Yeah.
The situation like that.
I think.
Anyway, but it was a situation.
Right.
So what are you trying to say? Mac is not nice?
No, Mac is nice. Mac is nice. But Mac is real nice, as y'all can tell.
But I do remember, and I'll never forget it, when you came to the establishment there down in Dallas area. What was it, Buttons, I believe. We came and saw you perform.
Oh,
Yeah.
Enjoyed that show so much. It was just a pleasure to see you live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally meet in person.
Yes.
Yeah, because we came to the one over in Addison.
That's
you
it.
Performed over in Fort Worth the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, then I was out and you was out in Addison, not Addison, but Allen, Texas.
Okay.
And it was out there on the mall performing.
It was what now?
You was on the mall performing. What's that?
Performing in a shopping mall?
Yeah, she was in the mall, shopping mall out there, And what's her name? Tobin. What's Darlene? Darla.
Darla.
Remember Darla?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gave him a hard time. I said, I live right here in Dallas, and y'all never came to my shows.
Oh, that's terrible. That's bad. I don't know.
But like I said, sometimes I get a little lazy. Shoot, boy, look here. It takes you an hour to get over there sometimes.
Yeah, but you didn't complain. Look, I have live streaming shows, and he still doesn't come. He just.
That made him get up and walk away.
Yeah, right there and watch.
And he still doesn't do it. Because I remember Joyce would say, "Hey, well, Ray, I've got a show coming up, in the Dallas, and even where it was closest to his, where he used to live." And I said, it's not going to be that far away to get to. He goes, yeah, and he promised, just like he promised all the other indie artists in our little tight group.
Show up.
But
something never showed up.
But sometimes I get busy doing things and it just slip my mind.
Just completely forget,
Just get away.
Yeah, people from out of town come in. Oh, let me know when you come. I'm going to go to your show. And I'm sitting here going.
But see, I think when she was out there doing that fundraiser that year, it was I think it was in the time. And I think that's when you came out with the red eye.
Red, okay.
That's when you came out with that. And
Oh, I was doing something for the United Negro College Fund.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you downtown
Like,
Sheridan.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. UNCF. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Toni, Keith
Yes.
Chris says hello.
Hi, Keith.
Lord V.
Lord V.
Well, staying safe and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's cool. So what do you have planned in the future? I know we have a lot of things that have been canceled,
Right.
postponed, but how does it look for 2021?
Yeah, were they able to?
Because you know what's crazy? It's like my life changes now week to week. It changes day to day. So I just really can't say. So what I do when things come up for me, I just put them on social media, because if I say something, then it'll be canceled. Then it'll be something else that came along that I didn't even know about. Because it's just too crazy right now. So
It is.
you know, that's why I tell everybody, I put everything, I don't put all my business on social media, but as far as my shows and my, my recordings, like if I just, have a new song, I always promote. So, just stay tuned to my social media. That's the best I can tell you for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, because we were supposed to be in Oklahoma today performing. YJ and I, Gary.
Wow.
There was supposed to be a show there, but and a couple of a festival moved to November. So, and then I'm like, okay, if it happens, it happens. And one guy called. He said, you know what? We're just going to go to 2021. We're moving the festival to the next year. So that's why I said 2021, because you don't know what's going to happen. Things will just change.
And it's changing, but what I do know, I like the creativity that I've seen, like the drive-in show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great concept. Because we can still have the big stage, we have the big screen, and people can drive up in their cars. Because from what I understand, I think I may have read this. Guys in Texas that did the Texas Rangers put on a concert, and it was a drive up, and it sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the Texas Rangers.
Yeah,
I think it was them playing. I thought it was the Texas Rangers playing a game.
No. They had a live concert.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Oh yeah. And people just drove
Joyce,
up there like they was at the drive-in movie,
I know, right? Hey, look.
I read that it sold out. So, and from what I understand, another friend of mine that, asked me to do a show in Texas for a holiday concert I did one year with, smooth jazz saxophone guy, Tom Braxton. Tom Braxton. They wanted to do that again this year before the pandemic hit. So that's in December. So I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I don't know. I have no idea what is going to be going on as far as the pandemic. But that's a great idea to have the drive up thing, because people can feel safe. They can still see the people, on the stage, have the music.
Right.
And then, they can have somebody come serve them something. And I heard that at the Texas Rangers thing, they had like little tables at the car. So that's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was set up like the movies, like the drive-in movies that we used to go to.
I did see that on TV. Now that you mention it, I didn't realize it was Texas Rangers. I didn't
It
realize.
was the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
And I liked it. Go ahead,
Dallas is like my second home, and I almost wore my cowboy T-shirt, but I ain't want nobody to be offended.
Well, I would have been upset.
No.
I would have been upset. I'm not a Cowboy fan at all.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of anybody because they're not paying me. But another thing, Toni, that I had a couple of gigs where they booked me like a private Zoom gathering, and then I performed, and also did a drive. Somebody's retirement party was a drive-by. I set up my gear in the side, a solo act on the side, and he was over here, and I played while people came by. So, and I have another one booked in a park. And I can't say too much because that's a surprise, and I don't know who's listening.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to be careful what you share.
Right.
And creative thing, lady paid me to play one song to lift her in spirit. So I got my Bluetooth speaker, and I turned it on. My husband came with me because I'm a little leery about going to people's house. I don't know. So he was with me, and I stood at the door, played. She was crying, loved it. It went well. So you're right. We have to be creative. And I'm like, what do we do now? You know?
Right. Have to be creative.
Yeah.
You know. Having a drive-in concert here in Atlanta. I think it's the first one because I think I heard them say that on the radio. So, that's but that's the kind of things we have to do now because of what's going on until we're all able to do what we need to do to be safe. So. Yep.
I found out.
I see a parking lot concert. So using parking lots.
Right. You know what, Toni? When I contacted you, and you shot me over to your management. And she's just around the corner down the street from me.
She told me that. I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So okay, so I kind of know where you live because when I came to town last year, I think I spent one night at her house because I had so much to do that. I was running like a crazy woman, and so I had to spend one night I spent at her house, and so now I know what area you live in.
Oh yeah, she's up. I'm right up for 35.
Yeah.
And Heritage Trace, and she's off of Braswell and Western Center, and that's probably 10 minutes from me.
Okay.
Well, shout out to what was her name again?
Miss LaWanda.
Shout out to LaWanda.
LaWanda Peoples, yes.
Yeah.
Is she related to Elisa? Peoples? Y'all Brown Peoples?
Oh, no.
Okay. I forget you have to say y'all Brown Peoples. That's how we know.
Yeah. That's the only other person with that last name that I know. So I should have known.
And that's why I said that. I'm sure there are a million of them, but we just don't know them.
Well, I know a guy by the name of Dale Peoples.
Yeah.
And all the ones that you guys are speaking of, they all live in the Dallas area, don't they?
They do.
Yep.
Wow.
They sure do. Sure do. I remember, was it last year? No, it was the year before last. I did a show in Austin, one of those festivals, and Yarborough Peoples were on. Let's see, because I came on. It was like all-day music. Actually, it was a 2-day. I think it was 2-day or 3-day music festival in Austin. The real big one they do annually.
The Southwest.
Yeah, Southwest.
No, I don't know. I have to pull up my social media because I post all my shows on there. But Yarborough and Peoples was on the show because after I finished performing, I sat in the audience for a minute and I saw them go on stage. And I think it was Cal Turner and the violin guy. I can't.
Michael Ward.
Michael Ward. Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Yes.
Yeah. He was great. That was great.
Both are Kyle Turner and Michael Ward. Yeah, they
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But if you had gone to talk to them, they're good people. They're really down home. Great. I've done a couple of shows with them. They're so much fun.
Toni, when you lived out this way, I know it was overseas there. How long was you in the state of Texas that you lived before you went home to take care of Mom?
Say what now?
I said, how long was you in the state of Texas before you went home to take care of Mom?
Okay, I lived there for 7.5 years.
Okay.
Lived for 7.5 years, and actually, I actually, to be honest, I lived there for maybe, because I just thought about it. When I lived there, I was engaged and I got married. So I'm thinking about how long I was married, but I was in Texas a little longer. So,
Okay.
I think it was about, I'd be honest, I think it was about 9, almost 10 years I was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you were in the Dallas area?
What year was this?
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, it was Cedar Hill. Out of Cedar Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Where you
Well, you know-
where you originally from?
Atlanta. That's why.
Oh, so you're originally from Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, because all my exes live in Texas.
Instead of your hat in Tennessee, you went back to Atlanta.
That is funny, Tony.
Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know, it's just like what is that cat's name? I can't even play it. Play the piano, Joyce. You always get like Lenny.
Uh-oh, somebody's got. We can hear ourselves. Who's got?
Me.
Who's got this stuff turned up?
Not me.
Me.
Man, that's you know what it was.
What was it?
It was you, wasn't it?
Us on the phone here on YouTube. And this thing here, I can just touch it and it just
Okay,
starts
it's
moving off.
looking more and more like I'm not the only one that needs to roll in that
Well, that's just
All right now.
Man, you got me, Tony, on that.
Yeah, you have to give him lessons, Tony.
Oh, it's funny. Y'all are so funny.
Well, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's go ahead and set up the new single and everything. So tell us. Oh, now you told us a little bit about it, but let's give us a little pre on it.
Okay, you guys. So I decided last year to do a cover of Phyllis Hyman's song, and I love all her music. I decided to do this one because once I started re-listening to her music, I realized this was like one of my #1 favorites. Because I had shared this with a few friends. I'm like, well, you're not going to sing what's the one? Living On Alone. I'm not. I'm sure somebody else probably do that one, but nobody had really covered a Phyllis song. Not that I know of. So, well, why don't you sing blah blah blah? No, I'm doing Living in Confusion. And so they were like, wow, I didn't really know about this. I remember back a long time ago, I remember hearing it, but man, you picked a great one. So it's like one of my top favorite Phyllis Hyman songs, Living in Confusion. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Nice. Yeah, I know they're going to because it's beautiful. So everybody check it out and keep it locked right here, and we'll be back with our guest Toni Redd right here on the Indie Live Spot.
In a trance, everybody dance. I just wanna dance tonight. My hands up and just I wanna dance tonight. Everybody, all is good in time. Let's forget about tomorrow. Leave all your cares behind.
Hi, my name is Toni Redd, and you are listening to my music on GHP Radio, your independent music source. I believed in you. I thought you could do no wrong until I saw one day that you were stringing me along, playing me for a fool. just too much. I'm in so much pain. Here I am again. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to let me down, got me spinning around. I wish I knew where you were coming from. You told me you love me, I thought I was your only one. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion. Changes, living in confusion, confusion. Oh, I had faith in you, just knew you wouldn't hurt me, but you played a game. Should be ashamed. And I let my guard down. I was so vulnerable. I hope you had your fun. Don't you know I was loyal to you? Truth is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to break me down. I knew where you were coming from. You told me you loved me, I thought I was the only one. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion, confusion. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion, confusion. I'm not gonna take no more. You build me up to let me down, got me spinning around. I'm gonna find me somebody new, a love I can count on, loving you, see it ain't you. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion, confusion. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion, confusion.
Hilarious.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, we are back. And that was a very, very nice rendition of one of the classics there. Toni, you did such a beautiful job on that.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
really did. Oh my goodness.
Boy, it had me over here playing some instruments.
Huh?
It had me over here playing some instruments, playing them drums. Like,
That's what I was saying. A closet musician. Yeah.
Instruments, okay.
I thought I heard instruments. I didn't know.
You did. Every time you said it, it was the same way. Instruments.
I was going to Google it. Okay, what does that mean?
well, I'm telling you, I just can't say it. Well, every time I say one, get turned around. I don't know what to do with them kids.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Boo.
Me too.
Last week I let it slide. I didn't even get back on that one to you, so you got a free pass on that one.
I got a free pass.
I was laughing.
Okay, I'm good to go then.
See, just don't. Go ahead.
See how they do me, Toni? See how they do me?
I know, child. I feel so.
I feel sorry for me sometimes.
Oh, let me hold on. Okay, here you go.
Look, hold on. I'll give you melody.
Joyce and I are gonna do a duet.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You guys have too much fun.
Oh, one time, Mr. Man over here. Wait a minute. One time, Mr. Man over here was asleep during the show, and Joyce recorded. And I went like, Joyce. So I got her attention. So I was like, she got it. She filmed it. She recorded it on her phone, and then she posted it on Facebook with background noise and stuff like snoring and live playing in the background.
It was a long Friday night.
It was so funny. I laughed so hard. I played it over and over.
Toni, you just fall asleep. Mac is the one. He picks on you, and then we pick. Like he did. He told you off the air. You need some training, right? Let me clarify for people listening. But so every time we have an opportunity, we just there's a dig here and there.
It's just the old saying: if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it.
That's right.
I've been taking it for years. Like I said, I can't say anything, boy. My words get turned around so quick. Did I say that?
I did say it's like watch the archive and you'll see.
Go back and watch it. I'll mess up a word and my husband will correct me and I'll look at my daughter. Did I say that? And they both go, yes, you did.
So the jury's out.
Your brain has the right word, but when it comes out your mouth, sometimes it gets twisted.
Well, the thing is, I always feel like it's just having fun, doing what you do. It's just not like a lot of them, well, we're going to just strictly talk about this. We can talk about anything on GHP radio.
Right.
That's good and bad.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And make the artists themselves feel comfortable.
That's true. Because that'll make me feel right at home. Excuse me. And you have to. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, I may need some water. Now, everybody, don't get excited. I do not have the coronavirus. I may need some water, but you have to be able to laugh at yourself. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody's perfect, and we all make faux pas and say the wrong thing and mess up, and sometimes people are also offensive. But you have to learn how to laugh at yourself and forgive and move on. That's how you do it.
Amen. Because perfection is overrated anyway.
Yes, it is.
And everything is not going. I was telling my husband, I said, I can do a song for years, and all of a sudden, I forgot the word to the second verse. No, I sang the end of the second verse at the end of the first verse. It's something. I said, now why did I do that? I know this song. And I'm singing along and I go, oh, that's the end of the second verse. But I sang it like it belonged there. But people who know the song, because it was a cover, they know I sang it wrong.
But I'm so glad that that we don't have to go by no script or anything because we might mess that up. So, just be free flow.
What were you saying, Tony? What were you saying, Tony?
I said, sometimes your mind just goes blank. When you're on stage and you one thing may distract you and you be like, oh, I forgot. Oh, shucks. It's like, oh my God.
Well, if the person don't know the song, they ain't gonna miss not no way.
That's true.
Yeah, but if it's a cover, they know. The song I was singing was it was Smooth Operator. I'm gonna tell you, everybody knows that song.
Okay, you blew that one.
Yeah, I blew it. And I just said, oh well, at least I said something. I didn't go, oh, what? I just went into it, and my husband didn't even notice. And I said, honey, I sang. Now, one time he did notice. He said, you sang the wrong word. I said, I did. But
sometimes you sing the wrong thing. Most of them full out there. If they're in the club setting, they're full of that drink anyway. So they got and running their mouths, so they ain't paying no attention.
Yeah. But Tony,
am I right, Tony?
Pay attention. They pay attention to what you're wearing. Yeah. They'll see your hair.
Some of them do. I know some of them.
Everything.
You got some. But look here. You got some, but they be full of that drink, boy, and running their mouth trying to catch that female or that female trying to catch that man. They ain't paying attention.
We can tell where you go out.
Oh my goodness. No.
Up in the club. Where all the party people at? That's where we go.
Tony, I wanted to ask you, going back a little bit, when you were talking about when you did cover songs and you did some of the rock and roll, what was it like the 80s type rock and roll, or was it more of the harder edge rock and roll?
I used to do some stuff by heart, Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because okay, cool. Because you know how some people, whether male or female, their voices don't always lend to certain genres.
Right.
Even though they've got great vocals, but their tone, their sound just doesn't fit a certain genre. Your voice fits all of them because you have that type of voice that can fit through all those genres.
Yeah.
And not everybody has that gift to be able to fit those genres.
You know what I would like to see you on, Tony?
What?
I want to see you on the Voice stage.
Oh yeah.
On the Voice.
The Voice on NBC.
I think I would rather be a voice judge. They make more money. Yeah. Let's just keep it real.
Well, that was my way of somewhat kind of questioning you. Would you do something like that if you had the opportunity? Because I could just see it. I mean, your voice it's one of them voices, and I think if some of the judges did hear your voice, I think they would be very, very pleased, and you probably would get
most likely get a 4-chair turn.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You know what I noticed even with myself, some of us we're really not comfortable with competition type shows. And where Toni is now, she's already established.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think she would blow my water.
Coming up in the industry, and I've won, several competitions. So I don't see the point. And to me, that's going backwards. To me.
Yeah, I guess you would. That would be.
Yeah.
That would.
Right.
You're right.
That's just my humble opinion, but that's my opinion for me, not for anyone. For me.
Right. That makes a whole lot of sense. It really do.
Where you are, I remember my BFF, her sister, Julie, was a professional. She died a few years ago, breast cancer, and she was all over the world. She would sing with Janet Jackson, Diana Ross, and Stevie Wonder. He had a number. I mean, and I asked her, I said, "Oh, you got all this talent." She was like you. She could sing opera. She could lay down an opera tune and then go and jazz and scat, do everything. I said, "Girl, why don't you do?" She said, "I'm actually very happy where I am." She was very content. I mean, she would get called for jingles. They would pay her many, many thousands of dollars. And she didn't have to audition. The only time in her latter years that she had to auditions was a famous French artist. And I'm just going to say it, that artist was looking for 3 singing black women in the background. He wanted. And they had the audition in LA. And my friend she said I was watching these professional vocalists look at French and they were able to read it and sing it, and they nailed it. And you know, Julie was professionally, she had a degree in music as well. And you know how it is. You have to learn other languages because you have to sing opera in other languages. So where you like that really helped her at that point, knowing enough. Awesome. She could speak it fluently, but she knew it enough to be able to look at it, nail it, and was gone for a couple of months. But but she was comfortable. My point in saying that everybody, she didn't do competitions. She was like, I'm happy. When you're out touring and you got checks still coming in the mail from royalties from doing commercials and everything, you're already there and you are where you want to be. So not everybody.
For one thing, you have to know who you are first of all, and you have to know. For me, you have to have that vision for yourself, and you can't get angry if somebody suggests something because they just don't have the vision that you have for yourself. Because I know where I want to be in my mind, and wherever I'm supposed to be, I will get there because what's coming to me, I will get what's coming to me. And so, when if I don't feel comfortable with someone, wanting me to do, because I've been asked a couple of times to do a couple of things, I'm not going to say what they were, and I was like, no, that I'll pass, because I felt like I've been singing so long. I've been singing a very long time. Started very young, and I've done a lot. And I don't really talk about all the things that I've done. My sister, she was like, Toni, you have accomplished so much and done so many things and been so many places and incredible stuff. She said, but you don't talk about it, and you're going to take that stuff to your grave, because if people weren't there and you're not sharing it, they won't know. And I said, well, that's a point, but
yeah, I agree.
But so I've started to open up on some things that I have done that people don't know about. But I feel comfortable, and that's why I'm so comfortable in my skin, because I know who I am.
Thank you.
But I'm serious. As an artist, Joyce, it's very important, because people can have you second guessing yourself all over the place. You're confused, then they're confused, and everybody's confused. Nobody knows what to do with you, where you belong. You don't know where you belong. Then it's awful. Yeah. No, you can't do that to me, because I know who I am, where I belong, and where I'm going.
Right. And you do have to be that way. And I tried to explain, because some people have known me for many years but didn't know me as an artist. I gave up for 20 years, raising a family, went to corporate America. So they didn't know me as an artist. But my husband already knew my character. When somebody said, she looked like she was showing off on stage, and he looked at him, he said, well, that's really her. She's really being herself. What you're seeing is her being herself. Because I will walk off the stage in a minute. I walked off the stage and these people were into the music. I stopped playing and shook their hand. That was before COVID, but I stopped and have a conversation. But that flows with me. That's really my personality. I don't even have to practice that. I don't have to work on it. It's really an extension of me. So to somebody else, they interpret as me showing off. I am an entertainer, right? And I love interacting with people, and that's part of my personality that I bring to the stage. And I don't fear it. It's not work to me. But again, you're talking about that box. I've said this for years. And I think most people, they have you in a box and get upset if you don't stay in that box.
Right.
Or if you don't fit in the box. No, that's not me. I'm the one living inside this shell. Well, it looks like you're trying to, I remember one time somebody years ago, I was at an open mic, you look like you're trying to compete with the guys. I'm like, oh my God, that didn't even enter my mind. It didn't cross my mind at all. Then why did it enter yours? I don't do that. That's not even part of my character.
He was one of them crabs.
Huh? Crab.
He was one of them crabs.
I guess so. But and so when if I see Toni Redd doing something different, I don't say, oh, she shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, oh, great. Let me see, because I see other artists, they've been known for one genre, then they'll do something else. My thing, I would love to do graphic arts. I love graphics. And if I had to study something else, I know that's not music, but it's still art. And so I don't care if you're an artist or whatever, you shouldn't limit yourself and don't allow other people to limit your creativity. God gave this.
Now you just think, you got that young man sitting over there, Mr. Gary Fuston, which I call him G. He got it all.
He does. Gary's a bad boy.
He got it all.
Talking about being quiet, he's too quiet about his talent. I'm just saying.
He's a nice person too.
Oh,
yes.
Well, that's very sweet of y'all to say that. Really appreciate that.
It's true.
Well, it's true, brother.
But he can get mad though.
Oh, yes.
Boy, get mad as two left shoes.
So don't let all this nice fool you.
I'm telling you, he can go off. I know him.
Yeah,
You've been doing him for a long time.
Quite a bit.
I have. I've been knowing him from day one since he was a baby.
Just a knee high.
Yeah, he was a baby.
Knee high to a grasshopper.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all have that side. We all have that side of us,
I know I do.
I've surprised a few people myself because in corporate America, you take and you take. And I had a supervisor, she made a mistake and she put her finger in my face. And
that finger would have been broke off with that in mind. But let me tell you this story. Let me tell you this little story yesterday. When I took my vehicle to the dealership, and I told him, I seen water all on the floor, and I already knew what's going to happen. Anyway, I said, well, I took it to this one place. The only thing I wanted in there was the cabin filter. Well, they don't make no cabin filter. The cabin filter, they go to 15 on up. I said, man, I got a cabin filter. And I said, I don't give a damn if you've been at 15. I don't give a damn if you've been at 20 years. I got a cabin filter in there. So he done his little research, and so I left the dealership. About 10 minutes after that, he sucked up and ate crow. I said, man, I'm so sorry. Going, you got a cabin filter? And I said, I was telling you that the whole time I was at the dealership. And then I said, I bet you $100. He wouldn't bet the $100, but he said he'd bet 10. I said, okay then. And he said, if I lose, I'll give you 20. He said, that's a bet. And when I got through, I got my $10 too. I got my $10 yesterday. But he ain't crow about that though.
Toni, there are several independent artists that are in the chat room that are listening, that are in the grind. I'll call it being in the grind. What kind of advice would you give to indie artists who are just coming into the business as being an independent artist? What kind of advice would you give?
Try to get you a record deal.
Get your what?
Get a record deal.
Just kidding.
You would recommend a record deal? Because I've been told don't do it.
Just kidding.
It was a joke, it was a joke. But okay. It's pros and cons with everything. If you can, I think, because being an indie artist, it's not easy.
It's tough.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's very, and so I feel like if you can get with a label, a reputable label, like the big machine labels, it might be a little bit easier for you. But when you're an indie artist, you have to stay true to who you are. Because it's funny because I don't really go on the internet to see what people may say or whatever, but every blue moon I might run across, and I've seen a couple of comments about my artistry, and they, in two different occasions, something that they both said. One thing about Toni, she does not try to conform. She doesn't care what everybody else is doing. She just does her own thing, and I respect that. And I was like, wow, and because that's who I am. I've never followed the crowd. I'm just always out there by myself, making my own lane. Whatever everybody else is doing, if that's working for them, I'm so happy for them and wishing them luck. But I'm choosing to go this way. And, I might come across a few rocks and boulders. But guess what? I'm going to move them out the way or go around them and keep going.
Yeah.
And I believe in what I do. I believe in myself. And I'm my biggest cheerleader because, Joyce, as you know, as an artist, it's good to have that perspective. And Gary, too. He's an artist as well. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to believe in you more than you. That's right. You know what you want and what you can do.
Yeah,
and
I know that's right.
In your life, they come on your journey, they come and they go. Because, no one is tied to you. No one is supposed to be there for the rest of your life.
Right.
So, so that's why you got to have strength. You got to be your own cheerleader. And
I slap myself on my back every day.
Yeah. Don't get people, if they don't see your vision, they're not supposed to see your vision because that's your vision. Mm-hmm. And so my advice to anybody that's in this industry, that's an indie artist that believe in themselves, keep going. Hone your craft, keep putting your music out there. Don't give up. Don't care what nobody thinks. Say people gonna come and go on your journey, and when they go, you bless them with your mouth, you thank them, and you let them go. But you keep going because that's the only way you're going to get to that goal. Yeah. And just believe in yourself. Put God first, like we all know that. Pray a lot, and just believe in yourself and keep going.
Well.
That's it. Well.
we got some reverend ladies in the house.
That's very well said, Toni. I agree with everything she said too.
Yes.
Yeah, where's my mic? No, I'm not dropping it. That's all right. We just pretend I dropped it. There you go. Do that.
When I was a few years ago, when I was blessed enough to work with Kirk Whalum, he said to me, because we were, talking and laughing and just hanging out and having the best time, and he said, Toni, your sound is not really out there, and the world needs your sound. And I was like, oh my God. So that he didn't know, but that coming from him, that encouraged my soul so much. And I think about that a lot. And my sister, because she was there, she was like, Kirk Whalum told you that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, because she heard him say that. She was like, remember Kirk Whalum said, he said, your sound is not really out there and the world needs your sound. So you gotta keep going. And I'm like, right. So
that's right.
That's what keep going.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And you don't stop in the thing that you love.
Or artists when they come and encourage, because I'm sure he doesn't even remember saying this, but this was like 3 or 4 years ago maybe. Ben Tankard, I guess he was looking at my page and he just put a comment. I see what you're doing. I'm going to encourage you to keep doing it. And I went,
that's awesome.
Wow. Now you might remember, and Randy Mueller of Brass Construction, he did the same thing. As a matter of fact, he called me via Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, wow. Calling me. So I answered, and I said, I hope you don't mind not being visual because I'm not looking too hot right now. I'm at home. He said, no, that was fine. And he talked to me about 15 minutes, 20 minutes of just encouraging, and said, I see what you're doing. He said, I wish you were in New York. I would have you come in the studio. And he said, but I'm going to the UK in the summer. I'll be back in the fall. But, things like that. So it didn't matter whether I got in the studio, but that somebody thought enough of you to encourage you. So, yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
But, Joyce, I'm going to say this. People, if they tell you something, I bet you come back 10, 15 years later, they're going to remember that because they told it to you.
Right.
They said it.
Remember, it meant something to me. You know what I mean? I won't be offended if he forgot. I just know it meant something to me.
Sometimes I bet Kurt will remember me because when I used to live a mail at his daddy's church.
Yeah, nobody can forget you back.
And always a good thing, right?
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because when Kurt started, he was down in Houston, And about that same time when he came out, I was in not San Antonio, but down in Corpus, and then you was to have competition for all the jazz ensembles that was in the state of Texas. They would meet up in Corpus, and that's where Kurt got his start down through there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I just really believe that he would remember what he told Toni. If he saw PCL again, he'll remember that.
But they worked together. They did a project together.
Yeah.
We worked together.
Yeah.
Randy might remember, but not. I don't think Ben would. And I love his music. Oh my God, his music.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
He is. I wish he would. Well, I guess no one's touring right now, but I would love if he'd come through Dallas. Love to see him. So I think I fell in love with his music when I heard Heavenly Vibes. I was like, oh wow, who is that? That's nice.
Yeah.
But wasn't it you? I think didn't you work with one of the Wymans before?
Me?
Oh, it wasn't you? Okay, it wasn't you.
Worked with the Wyman.
Who was that? Was somebody in the gospel field, in the gospel arena? You haven't been working anybody? So it must not have been you. Okay. You worked with so many people.
Yeah, I have. But yeah, never the gospel arena though. Not yet, anyway.
Somebody needs to tap into that because your voice would fit there too perfectly.
Well, it's funny you say that because on my what CD was this? I think it was the very first project. I have a gospel song on it called I Will Obey. Because that was my very first CD, and you got to give it up to God. I made sure I put something on there to honor Him, and everybody know, hey, my heart belongs to the Lord.
Amen. First and foremost, I know that's right.
My soul belongs to the Lord as well. Make sure, people know.
Right. Joyce, I think you're thinking about Michonne because she's the one that worked with Reverend Winans.
That might be who it is. Michonne. Yeah. Okay. All right. But I'm glad I brought it up because I didn't know you had a gospel song in your first project.
It's called I Will Obey.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go for that.
Yeah.
What about in the future? Do you think you'll ever record any more gospel songs?
As a matter of fact, yeah, because I was, been thinking about a new project, just trying to figure out when. And it's funny because I said it about a week ago. I'm going to put a gospel song on this next project. That's funny because yes, I am. I am. So I'm probably going to collab with somebody, or I never know how God will work it out because some, like He gives me ideas, and then I work with certain people that I enjoy working with, and and it's just somebody might even write something for me. I don't know, but trust me, it's going to be something on my next project, the gospel song.
Well, you have to come back and share it with us when that comes out.
Yeah.
Can you sing just a little bit of I Will Obey?
Oh no.
Oh, I love that.
Let me see. Trying to think of the first verse. The verse isn't coming for some reason but let me do the chorus. I will obey. Do as you say. Trust and obey. For me there is no other way. I will obey. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
That was awesome.
Yes.
All right,
fellas.
That's the chorus, but the verse, since I was kind of supposed to start the verse didn't pop in my head.
I understand.
Coming out first, Yeah.
Even if I had my voice come back like I had it before, I still wouldn't be a singer unless I had it where I had the words, because I will forget or I switch them over or whatever. I would totally mess it up. So I was like, I could never be a performing, like on stage without the actual words in front of me, because
it is a talent.
I forget. I was like, and I'm like amazed how people like, how can you remember all those lyrics? And you have like a ton of songs.
Right.
Liz Michael, you know Liz Michael, right? She has so many songs in her library, and she'll just pop them off one after another. And I'm not there. I tell people I'm an instrumentalist first. And then, because you can get away with it. I can just, okay, give me the key, and I got the first note, and I can flow and get the melody. But lyrics, you can't do that. You have to get the words.
Now people call you on it.
Okay, I like, what do we say? I can fake the funk on my horn, but when you get that, you can't twist the word around. So I can start scatting. Isn't that how it started? Didn't Louis
that's how it started.
I forgot the lyrics, so I scat.
I started. You can't think of the words, just start to scat.
Right. So, but you can't scat on a rock song. It probably wouldn't.
No, that was more actually on a rock song. No.
But the improvisation for the rock songs is a good scream.
There you
Just
go.
Scream. Hey, that's how you do that.
There you
As
go.
long as you scream on key, you're good.
Right.
That's right.
You're good.
Because not everybody can actually do the screams on key.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, don't do that again, please. And I'm like, oh no, baby,
I tell people the stage can be frightening sometimes with all distractions. That's why when I learn a song, I learn it again. And which means that if something happens, somebody just yells or anything, or somebody's hitting the wrong chord behind me, I won't lose it, and I will know the song. So, because I've gotten on the stage years ago, and I said, oh, I know the song. I sang it at home. I got it. Got on the stage. It's like, okay, I thought I knew the song. I thought I knew that song.
That has happened to some of the best of them. So don't, hey, it's just the way it goes.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I said, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it happens, it's happened to some of the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that helps comfort me, because even live streaming, I couldn't believe how nervous I was, because it's an unknown territory or whatever, and I'm used to an audience, because I'm such a people person, and then I don't know what you're hearing. But my husband helps out a lot, because he'll step to the side and go listen online to see if it's something right, and then come back, and we've had to make, and you already have issues on a regular stage, because you can have a perfect sound check, as you know, and then you start a downbeat and one speaker goes out, and you go, where's my monitor?
Don't even talk about that.
Don't get her started.
That's another
I have some horror stories. That we all do. Especially festivals. When you're on a festival and you're not the headliner, you don't really get a sound check.
Right.
And they're and checking and tweaking while you're up there and you're sounding like crap. Well, you sound we can tell you were singing.
Yeah.
They sound great. I'm like, okay, oh my God, we couldn't really hear you, but we knew you were singing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
There have been some disasters. Or when you're at a festival and you're playing the full band sound, and all of a sudden the keyboard drops and the bass, the lead guitar drops, and you you have is just you and the bass. And you're on the stage and you're looking at the audience and you don't know what to do but just keep playing.
How about when you come on stage after you've done a sound check? Mm-hmm. And the keyboard player sounds like he's playing, he's coming through a straw. And the drummer just completely forgot the tempo. Oh, no. And everybody is such shock. They don't know what to do. They're afraid, because I'm turning around, so I just started to scat. And everybody, oh man, they think that's the way the song went. Because
and it takes so much more energy out of you. You are working harder because you try. And I said, well, I can't really engage because, I could tell he wasn't going to the right chord, so I changed the melody.
Well, I tell you, these little things, they do happen, though. They really do.
They do.
Yeah. Well, I hate to break this party up because it's about that time for us to get out of here. But have so much fun with Toni. Gosh. But Toni, love you so much. And we want to thank you so much for hanging out, with us today on the show. The whole entire show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we want you to come back. Of course, that. You know that. So, but before
that long.
Yeah, and before we do get off here, off of this train, why don't you tell everybody how they can keep up with you and follow you?
Okay. I'm on Twitter, Real Toni Redd. I'm on Instagram at Real Toni Redd. I have a website, www.therealtonyredd.com. I'm on Facebook, Toni Redd. I'm also on LinkedIn, Toni Redd. I already said Twitter, right? So those are the social media platforms that I'm on. So you're welcome to just reach out to me. And if you care about, my performances, shows, or where I'm going to be playing next, just check it out because I always post. I let everybody know, what I have coming up, so everybody can hopefully attend or know about it and stay informed.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, gosh, thanks so much again.
Thanks so much, Joyce. My pleasure. I miss you. I'm so glad we got a chance to see you again and talk. And Gary, I love you with your smooth jazz guitar playing self. I've been listening to you online sometimes as well. And Ray Mac, thank you so much for having me. And Griselda, it was nice to meet you. I enjoyed speaking with you as well. You guys, I had so much fun today. And I feel like, family. So I would love to come back. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, you will. Trust me.
Okay. All right.
And next time you bring Miss LaWanda with you.
I would love to bring her with me. Okay. Yeah, she's thebomb.com. And shout out to Lynn Hayes, too. Shout out to my friend Lynn Hayes.
Very nice. All right. Well,
Does she have a radio show?
Okay. Huh?
I thought I knew that name. Doesn't she have a radio show?
Yeah.
Okay, I know who she is. Okay.
Yeah. Because I know she told me that she would be listening, so I'm going to make sure I give her a shout out.
Hey, Lynn.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
awesome.
guys.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure having you, Toni.
See y'all next week.
All right. All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend, and please join us here next week. I guess Chris will fill us in on what's going to happen next week. And again, thanks again, Toni. Toni, such a pleasure having her on the show today. Yes.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
All right. All right. Rest of y'all, go ahead and say what you need to say, and we'll get out of here.
Oh, I'm good. See y'all next
good.
week.
I'm gonna see you later. Bye.
All right.
All right. Thanks again to Toni for spending the whole show with us. It was awesome to have you on the show today.
Yeah.
And have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Next week we have this lovely lady. We know her as Millie Mills, but I forgot her other last name, the actual. Is it Gillum?
Mildred Gillum.
Gillum, okay. But we know her as Millie. So she is going to be our guest next week, and she's going to talk about a book that she's involved with. So can't wait to hear about that. I'm excited. So join us next week. Okay, like I said, stay safe. We love you guys. And we'll see you next week.
All
Ciao.
right, everybody. See ya. Have a great weekend.
Ciao.